Oh, yes. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Everett Plays Bloodborne 11 years later. I'm just going to create my character now. I'm not going to make you sit through all of this, because it's tedious. And I'll bring you back in after I've made it. And we can get on with going through the first zone in Yharnam.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
Oh, it's so good to be back in Bloodborne after such a long time. You're going to see the game test my memory a few times. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to doing this for such a long time. I haven't played Bloodborne for about 5 years properly. I'm going to show my stats now, so I chose the high skill professional origin, and you can pause the video here if you want to look at my stats in greater detail. These will change as the series goes on because I will be doing level ups. So there's a door back here that you can't use. There's a note there. I will be doing the NPC dialogue, and when they get to the point where they loop, I will skip it. I will read some of the notes, just to show some of the lore that's in the game. So come through this door. And there's some of the messengers teaching you how to, well, what the buttons do. So if you come through here and you're quiet but also quick enough, you can get a visceral attack on this Scourge Beast, which I failed to do. And again, I will get it. There you go. Even without weapons, you can do this. It drops blood vials, but it also drops bloodstone shards. So you can farm them, but I'm just pressing the wrong buttons now. They usually come from Scourge Beasts a bit further on. Some blood bells there. I apologise for the darkness. Bloodborne is a dark game. So we come out of the clinic into like a bit of a graveyard type area. Some bullets there. And there's this gate here which won't be open for quite some time. Now we're going to open the gates into Central Yharnam. Lovely skyline up above. Which will change as the game goes on. Item here, more blood vials. Nothing there. Again, thought there was one up there. There isn't. Lovely rotting horse corpse. Another gate there that'll be open shortly. And then, hello. I tricked my hands, thinking it would do a bit more damage, but it's not a lot. So, I'll just backstab him instead. Drops the blood vial. Thought there was an item there. This lever drops the ladder to my right. More blood vials. Some enemies there. I'm thinking I could take them, but I'd rather have a weapon. So up the ladder. And there you have Cleric Beast sounding off over there. Here's the central Yharnam lamp. Now I'm going to go down these stairs cautiously, thinking there's an enemy right nearby, but he isn't, because he's down the opposite end of the bridge. So I'm going to get some pebbles, which are good for pulling enemies from a distance, one by one, without wasting bullets and making too much of a loud noise. And here is Gilbert.
Oh, you must be a hunter, and not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yharnam has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yharnam lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood. Or so they say. Yharnamites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east of Yharnam, you'll find the cathedral. Deep within lies the old main cathedrals. I haven't heard of Pale Blood, but that's your best bet.
He's just repeating himself. That's a shortcut gate that'll be open in a bit. But we're going to go and get some weapons from the dream. We're in the dream. There's your headstone to awaken above ground. There's the doll, who is inanimate right now, because you need at least one insight for her to be activated. Here's the friendly little messengers with weapons. So you've got Sword Cleaver, Hunter Axe, Threaded Cane. I'm a skill build at the moment, so I'm going to go with the Threaded Cane. Equip it. And here's your firearms. So you've got the pistol and the blunderbuss. I will take the blunderbuss later, but I'm going to take the pistol for now. And over here with these ones is the notebook, something I won't use because I play offline. The reason why I like Threaded Cane is because of the whip. Now with the whip, you've got a nice long reach and good crowd control. I'm just reading the tutorial notes, reminiscing everything from the old days when I played it way back when. And that gate is where the final boss... What am I doing? Just doing a gesture. That gate is where the final boss is of the base game. Technically bosses plural. So yeah, as I said earlier, I'm going to do as much of the content in the game as possible. Chalice Dungeons, NPC questlines, dialogue, all of the boss fights, get all the badges, and here's the Bath Messenger that sells items, weapons and other things. Blood vials, bullets, Molotov cocktails and pebbles for now, and the Yharnam Hunter set, which I will get later when I've got some more blood echoes. These headstones are for the Chalice Dungeons, which I'll be doing some of those, and as I said earlier, I will showcase like the first layer of each one just so you can see what the different ones look like. This one is the gravestone for the Hunter's Nightmare, which is the old Hunter's DLC, and this is the Insight Bath Messengers, but they're not here because I don't have insight to spend. I'm going to go and do a run around the gardens and look at the flowers. There's the stump messengers where you can adorn your messengers at the lamps with funny hats and whatnot, but I don't have anything yet, obviously, because it's a new run. Here's the memory altar where you socket in Kirill runes, of which I don't have any yet, and I don't have the tool. Another note here. Workshop. Fortify your weapons, repair them. You can also put blood gems in, but I don't have any of those yet either, again, because it's a fresh run. And even if I upgraded this, it will still increase the scaling a little bit for the Threaded Cane. Storage box. Does what it says on the tin. Store stuff. I think that's it. So, let's speak to Gehrman, the first hunter.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am... Gairman. Friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters, a workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you. This was a workshop. Even the dog.
Okay, he's repeating himself so we can go. So to the first floor secret room. And I'll see you there. Okay, so I've come back to Yosefka's clinic to apparently read all of the notes again. No, I've come back up here because up there, if you look very carefully through the broken parts of the glass, you can see a woman in there clad in white. That is
Are you
Yosefka.
out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do. Now, go. And good hunting. Are you still in need of something? But I have nothing. Please, I can only pray. Are you
She will give you another blood vial if you've used it, but just take note of her voice. Some of you will remember what I'm talking about. Okay, so back into Central Yharnam again. And we'll just get rid of this guy. And then we can go and kill these two dudes down here. Just one shot them with a charged R2. Easy as that. And grab some Molotov cocktails, which we will be using later. So up the ladder. Off to the right, down the steps. And over here. Now if you look down here, you'll see the procession of Yharnamites going into the bonfire down the way. And that's the enemy I was talking about earlier that I forgot about. A bit more damage with the charge R2 there because I caught him mid-strike. Nice. Get rid of these guys. So there's some more Yharnamites here. Now you can rush down there and kill them. You can pull them up to you one by one, kind of. Or you can wait and slip round down behind them like I'm doing now, to go and open the gate. Via this lever here. Now in here is an executioner. It's a bit of a toughie. The aim of the game is parrying. Now if your parrying is spot on, you can deal with him quite easily. I'm probably going to have to practice a bit more, so I'm going to leave him for now. You can backstab him, but it is a bit of a risk trying to pull it off. So I'm just going to leave it and come back later. And for some reason I'm going to go all the way back up these stairs to fall off here when I didn't need to, but it doesn't matter. So it's an item here, which is more blood vials. No, it's more cocktails, rather. Again, memory. If you see a lantern, it's usually NPCs.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya? Are you... Well, trot along.
Yeah, very friendly. Here I am getting turned around thinking there are items where there aren't any. So another NPC in this house.
Lads, you've come on. Who'd open the door on a night of the hunt? Away with you. Now.
I just like his accent.
Lads, who'd away with...
And I'm still thinking, there's an item here. There isn't. Yharnamites coming, so deal with them. This is why I like the threaded cane's whip, because you can just hit multiple targets and stay at a safe distance. But of course, you know, if you started with the hunter axe or sword cleaver, you could trick that out and do broad sweeps across them. You know, however you want to do it. There's a rifleman there just having a kip, so I'll get rid of him. Get some bullets. Just going to break the coffin because I don't like coffins. Now, speaking of sneaky enemies, like that guy downstairs, there's one up here. Bloodstone shard there. And there's another sneaky enemy there. And I failed the charged attack. And I missed the jump. So there's the Yharnamites there congregating around the bonfire. Trying to sneak up on this guy, but not working because it's already heard me. So we're going to deal with him, or them, using the whip. Cocktail. Get a lovely time to parry on that guy, because it's been such a long time since I've played the game. Very satisfying if you can do it. Quick silver bullets on that body. Item on the other side of the gate. Metal fence, whatever. Now we've got to go down there and deal with that lot. But before we deal with that lot, there's an item on the right. More blood vials. On the opposite side of that gate banging around is a huntsman's minion. But for now we're going to get rid of this procession of Yharnamites and the dog. So just take them out with relative safety of the carriage and the reach of the whip. I'm going to get rid of the rifleman quick and easy. Lovely parry there again. I'm going to go up here and get rid of Shooty McShooty Face, because he's taking pot shots. So hit him and knock him off, and I can't get him, so I have to use the whip to finish him off. So take his bullets and go and get rid of these pair. And that's it. I have never really looked at this bonfire and observed this roasting scourge beast. I mean, he's got no legs. Anyway. So up the steps. We'll get a cold blood dew tier 1. That's what the number in brackets means. It's the tier rating. The higher that number, the more blood echoes you get when you pop it. Again, just for people that don't remember, or newcomers. And the barrels, bloodstone shard. And over there is that huntsman's minion I was talking about. We've got to deal with him. Parrying, visceral attacks, it's the best way to deal with them. Unless you've got a hard hitting weapon, blood vials there. Now behind these coffins, there's a drop down. Yep, there it is. Just for completion's sake, I'm going to kill that coffin too. And then speak to the people in this house.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing.
Charming.
I don't reckon you're... Well,
Okay. So I'm going to go down here and get rid of all of the dogs in the cages. This is just my route through. I don't have to go through this way. What about that dog? Where did you come from? Cold blood dew tier 3. Thinking there's an item there again. There isn't. It's getting turned around. So I'm going to go kill this dog who's yapping off.
You're a hunter, aren't you? Then, well, do you know of any safe places?
Unfortunately, I don't at the moment.
I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, if you hunters got off your arses, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what'll it be? Are you going to tell me you're not?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, I should have. You're good for nothing. No respect for the elderly is what that is. That little good you outsiders do. Go on, admit it. You think we're all mad, don't you? Well, go and stuff it. I know all your tricks.
So that's the mad old woman.
Now what is it now? How much better than this? Yeah. Go on.
And I don't have any safe havens, so I can't send her anywhere just yet. This is the entrance to the central Yharnam sewers. Not going to do that in this episode because it's already lengthy. So I'm just going to go and open up some shortcuts. There's an item up there. I forgot all about it. I'll come back and get it in a bit. Huntsman's minions down on the right side. Now this house is quite dark, so I apologise right now if you can't see anything. Pungent blood cocktails, good for luring beasts, especially scourge beasts. And there's a note. Kill these barrels, because I don't like barrels. Open the door. Huntsman's minions were down there. Gonna get turned around thinking there's items when there aren't. Don't forget all about this guy. Bloodstone shard there, so devs are telling you. Time to think about upgrading a weapon to at least +1. And here's the shortcut gate back to the central Yharnam lab. So just a little bit more to do before we close. So up the steps, get ambushed in the dark, but did hear him. Caught it a bit late. And then there's an item here, which is Cold Blood Dew Tier 1, and then Saber wielding Yharnamite. There's some more barrels. Sneak up on this guy and get a visceral on him, just because I can. And take his blood vial. Scourge beast there that we saw at the very beginning of the game. And look at that lovely sunset. So there's another huntsman's minion surrounded by carrion crows. And I'm getting, well, the crows, but I'm going to take him on now. Nice parry. Finish him off real quick, and then just deal with the crows. So I'm not going to do it in this episode, I'll do it next time, but this is where you fight the cleric beast. Now as you can probably tell, I'm doing this post-commentary. Next time it will probably be live. Now there's a little trick that I like to use to deal with these scourge beasts. A lot of you veterans will probably know what it is. You can pull them down here and they can't come through the door. It's a bit cheap and cheesy, but you know, we're still early in the game, so I'm going to make use of the exploit. However, they can still hit you, so you've got to be careful with that. Like that. But there is a thing you need to be careful of here as well. When you kill the scourge beasts here, sometimes the body falls through the floor. So the loot, you can't get it. Like that, look, there he goes. Get some more blood vials, some trouble. Yeah, so what I was saying was... Oh no, there's an item down there. Yeah, kill the barrels. Get the Cold Blood Dew Tier 1. So what I was saying was, my commentary at the moment is post. Because I was testing a setup. And I forgot all about recording voice audio, so future episodes will probably be live, and I apologise if when I'm doing it live I swear or anything like that, but you know what, we're all adults here, so you're just going to have to deal with it. I'm not going to cut it out. I'll try and keep it to a minimum. Anyway, so there's some different paths here that we can take, and there's an item behind these statues, and I think that's what I was trying to find the whole time I'm scanning around, which is a bloodstone shard. So to the right takes us back down to the courtyard where the huntsman's minion is. To the left it takes us around onto the bit of a rooftop area-ish overlooking the bonfire. To the left we have an item which is a bloodstone shard and a drop down to like a sort of sewer area where there is a large huntsman who's already turned part beast. Kill the coffins. There's a bloodstone shard there again. And on this corpse, some more pebbles. I'll do the sewer drop down in the next episode. Down the stairs to this left hand side, some more Yharnamites, riflemen, which have just taken a bullet to the face. I don't advise fighting on the stairs like I am right now, because your attacks will miss like mine are. It's best to do it on level ground. So there's a dog round here, take him out, or miss. Just shoot him for the finish, there you go. I was going to take him out, there you go, more blood vials. You can't really get him, so ignore that dog, get the rifleman, nice and easy. And then shoot the dog for a stun, and then just finish him off. Get some more bullets. Now in all the kerfuffle earlier, the huntsman's minions heard it and he's coming for me. So I've got to deal with him. With a parry, that doesn't let me get the visceral on him for some reason. Just trying to goad him into an attack that I can parry quite easily and also create some space for myself. There we go. And he's dead. So we're going to get the item on the other side of this gate, which is Cold Blood Dew Tier 1. And this gate is inaccessible until you come up through the sewers on the opposite side of Yharnam. And down here, there are some more carrion crows and another item. One shot them, very nice. Get yourself some oil urns. Pair that with Molotov cocktails. Nice fire damage. Some items here, one of which is a torch, which I should have taken earlier. And the other one is just more cocktails. I'm going to equip the torch, because good to see in the dark. And then I went back over here thinking, there's another item or a drop down, isn't there? No, there isn't. So that's probably going to do it for this upper part of Central Yharnam. The sewers, cleric beast, that sort of stuff will be done next time. So for now I'm going to return to the Hunter's Dream and bring things to a close. I'm gonna put that torch on that I found. There we go. Okay, back in the dream. So that's going to tie things off for episode 1 of my Bloodborne 11 years later. We did quite a bit with no death. You can like it, you can subscribe for some more content, because I'm going to keep going on with this all the way to the end. So that's it for now, and I'll see you next time. Let's just do a little bow. Okay, ta-ra a bit.